And now the Director Award given by Anthony Hubbard.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
As you can see, Ms. Gonzalez did not put me on the program this year for any director remarks, but the beautiful thing about being a director is you can do what you want within reason. So before I give out this year's Director's Award, I would like to say a couple of words to the young people who have invaded our lives for the last 2 or 1 year, depending on when they came in. And this goes to the ones that will be coming back for next year. And this morning I was sitting at my desk, sending out that one final email because some people at the Providence Plan just won't let you have any time off, and you had to send an attendance report to be sent to PPSD. So something came to my mind, and there was something, and I'm going to apologize right now because it may come off a little churchy or a little preachy, but the saying goes, when I look back over my life and I think things over, I can truly say that I've been blessed. I had a testimony. And the reason why I wanted to use that this morning is because when you look back over your life, young people, 2014, and you think things over, yes, it may have taken you longer to finish high school, but look at you now. Yes, you may have not been the best child when you was in middle school, but look at you now. You need to learn that whatever happened in your life is helping to define you as you go into your future. See, you have to know your story in order to know your power. And somebody said the other day, I believe Rob, when we was driving along in the car, he said, how great is the achievement if the work is not equally as great? So you may not have gotten there when people say you should have got there, but you're here. And you don't need to be apologetic to your friends in the hood that you're smart, because nothing is better than a smart thug. See, it's one thing about having book sense, but you also have to have common sense, because common sense will take you a lot further sometimes than those book sense. Yes, you need to learn how to read and write and count, because everybody say you want to make that money, but you need to know how to count that money, because you may come across somebody that's going to play you out your money. But I also need to tell you, things do make a difference in life, and when you go on to CCRI, it's okay that 10 or 12 of you are going to CCRI, but you know what I'm more concerned about? I want to see 4 years from now when 10 or 12 of you get your college degree. That's what I want to be talking about, okay? And we're going to be here to help you along the way. But baby, let me tell you, my nana used to say it. She said, baby, I can show you better than I can tell you. So let your work speak for itself. You don't have to tell people that you're on a path to excellence. They can see the change in you. Just like when we walked into these Providence schools a couple years ago and we seen some of you, I turned to Rob, I said, Rob, let's go. What did we get ourselves into? But you know what? We took a chance and we said, come on over to Youth Build. Some of you didn't even know what Youth Build was about. And you still didn't know first 3 months into the program. You just stood back and looked at us like, who's these people? But when you start to drink the Kool-Aid a little bit, you came into the circle. And once you get into the circle of Youth Build, there's no getting out, baby, because Youth Build is for life. I'm going to digress because, Rosa didn't put me on the program. But I will say this, a couple of weeks ago, I have to leave you with a story. So a couple of weeks ago, I was telling this story at our panel that we did about educating boys of color. Remember the story? It was about checkmate, right? If you wasn't there, here it go. I'm going to give it to you really quick. There was a young man that he went to the National Museum in New York. There was a painting on the wall. There was a sinister figure on there. There was a chessboard, and there was a young man playing a game called chess. All right? And if you know how to play chess, you know it's really not about just being a game. It's about thinking and thought and critical thinking and strategy, right? And the title of this painting was called Checkmate. And this young man stood there for 5-6 hours staring at this painting. And then he proclaimed, riddle out loud, it's a lie. And the security guard said to the young man, what are you talking about? He said, the young man is not in checkmate. He has one more move. See, in life, it's not over. Too many times we lay down and died because somebody told us that we was in checkmate. So many times we quit because somebody told us we're not good enough or smart enough. So many times in life we let others define ourselves to the fact that we don't even know who we look at when we look at ourselves in the mirror. But I'm here to tell you, this year's Director's Award goes to a young man that seen that he was not in checkmate, that he had one more move. And I can tell you this, baby, I can show you better than I can tell you. I was determined. When I saw this young man in Central High School, I said, this is going to be the one I want to take through. I had to get up 6 o'clock in the morning, drive to the other side of town to make sure he was in school because I had to pick him up to make sure he got to school safely. When he was acting up in class, I had to take him in the office and shut the door. And knowing that it wasn't my child, but talk to him like he was my son. This young man had me crying, laughing, and feeling good and feeling bad some days. I had to yoke him up sometimes. I'm sorry, Nina, but I had to yoke him up. But this year's Director Award goes to Mr. Elijah Croft.